take us back to 2020 with the Northern California wildfires, bringing us to present day. From your perspective, what progress have we made as an insurance industry, and where are we still falling short?
Yeah, so the glass fire was devastating. Over 1,500 structures were lost and 67,000 acres were burned over 20 days. During that time, we were already in a hard insurance market. And the outcome of that, we saw for California wildfire-exposed properties, they became significantly more difficult to place in the market, notably in the wildlife-urban interface, or as it's called, WUI. Wineries, for example, saw upticks in cancellations. There were rate renewals at over 10x of what their expiring was, reductions in limits as much as half, if not more. So a knee-jerk reaction to the outcome of the fires. And one of the things that we saw was it was notably from lack of education or understanding of these types of fires, which are not so much wildfires anymore, but also more known as mega fires. And with the lack of education, there's also a lack of resources to understand them and underwrite them. One of the things I think that a good example of this that Ben and I saw in 2021, we met with multiple markets, and one of the conversations we were having around wildfire, we'd bring up wildfire, and there'd be a bit more eye rolling and kind of laughing the fact that we would bring up such a risk. And the commentary that we got back is that they were bad. It was bad risks to write, notably wineries. And we simply asked why. And what we got back was a lot of just stumbling in terms of actual information that was pertinent to the underwriting. And what we came to find was it was more of a stigmatization that had been created. The examples that were largely used were seeing the outcomes of the fires on TV and all of these, a lot of sensationalism with people driving through the fires and things like that. So that was their reaction. It wasn't so much underwriting, but personal reaction to seeing these things. And so you fast forward to this past WASIA and having conversations with those same markets. And what we've seen is a lot more humility, a number of more markets willing to write wildfire, as well as acknowledgement in terms of their resources that they have that they know aren't adequate, but they're open to new resources. And so more willingness to write it, but also more willingness to take in more information so that they can better underwrite successfully.